Hey guys, and welcome to this mantra dueling build guide here on YouTube. It's just for duel servers only because in tournaments you will end up be channeling at the side of a team fight the whole time, so I don't think that will work. But I'm currently working on one that should be viable with a maximum of 2 mantras. So let's get started. I tried to get the highest amount of damage possible, so we need Scholar runes for the extra damage when health is above 90% because that's how you start in a duel. Um, then we have Berserker's Amulet, of course, and Great Sword and Staff, because with both weapon sets you have good phantasms, you have nice interrupt, and you have quite some damage. I took Staff over Sword Pistol because I have something to escape, for example, like against the Warrior or something. So I think Chaos Armor is pretty strong against melee classes, so I would definitely take those two weapons. I use energy on both because I need the endurance to generate clones. So let's move on with the traits. We have 30, 30, 0, 0, 10. We have the highest amount of power in-game. With the trait line, the highest amount of precision, the highest amount of critical damage. So that's pretty huge. Here I went with the interrupt damage because, well, that's what you are going to do. And the boon remove because if somebody has stability, you really want like to remove it as fast as possible. Then we have harmonious mantras, so we can heal up more often, we can do more damage, we can interrupt more often, we have another stun break and or condition move, so that's a must-have, I would say. Then we have the protected mantras. If you are unlucky enough to rechannel the mantras again because your enemy is too sustained in the duel, then that's pretty nice. It's really nice. And deceptive evasion because you want to have clones as well to shatter either distortion or diversion or mind wreck for extra damage, extra interrupt and damage, or you want to shatter distortion to be able to rechannel your mantras again. Then we have empowering mantras, which is like the key of the build. You have 4 mantras, so that's 16% extra damage, which is huge. It's really huge. And then we have compounding power, 3% more damage for each active illusion. So it's quite some damage extra if you have illusions out and all your mantras up. So you have a huge start burst. So that's pretty nice. Then I went with mass invisibility, which is like the only ultimate that is allowed on dual servers, and you have to be careful because it's not allowed on every dual server, so keep that in mind if you're playing this build. I would say what you are trying to do with this build, like I've uploaded 2 videos already of me dueling this with this build on some servers, so if you want to check it out I will link them afterwards in the outro. So what you want to do is you go into the duel and you try to hold him in a daze chain. Like you do a lot of damage with your Mantra of Pain, with Power Spike, and with your Phantasms, and then once you see your enemy wants to cast something, you interrupt it immediately. And then again, and again, and again, until you have no interrupts left. But for example, if you see your enemy drops pretty low, always keep Power Lock. Don't use 3 of the power locks before the enemy has healed, because to interrupt the heal of the enemy is like it's your win. It's an instant win. For example, against Necros, if you interrupt his heal, he has no chance. He has nothing. He has nothing because the heal is on cooldown at least for 5 seconds, and in these 5 seconds you can kill him because you have so much damage. And for example, the Elementalist is using the heal that has several pulses, which heals him like, I don't know, 2k each or something. So if you interrupt him at the beginning, you interrupt like his only survivability if he's playing Berserker's Amulet. So because the other heals don't really heal him that much. So make sure to interrupt the heal. What I'm also doing, I'm switching Mantra of Concentration and Mantra of Resolve, depending on who I have to play against. If I think I need stability, I'm going with Mantra of Concentration because then you have 3 stun breaks and 2-second stability each. But for example against Necros, I don't use this this mantra. even if he's power necro, because like the only stun a necro really has is kind of the fear. So the fear is a condition, so you can use the Mantra of Resolve to remove the condition, which is like, it's like a stun break against the necro, so that's pretty good. I hope you will have fun playing this build, and make sure to write in the comment section, tell me how you liked it, and maybe you have some ideas on how to improve this build, but I think it's pretty good at the moment. So yeah, and I hope I will see some Mantra Mesmers on dual servers, because I'm really sick and tired of this Phantasm Mesmer. It's, I don't know, it's not my playstyle, it's just too passive and doesn't really take that much skill. And yeah, ciao ciao guys.
Please don't wake me from this nightmare.